we're so glad that you decided to hang with us some more. We are going to tell you about so many fun things that you can do this weekend and for the rest of the summer. And we have Cliff Milius, who is the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Louisiana State Parks. And I can tell you that Cliff never stops putting together great things to announce. And he works for the state parks in every capacity possible. I don't think there's anything you can't fix, hadn't moved, or put there.
I try.
I know.
I try real hard.
Boys, though, you're the everything guy for them.
That's what they tell me.
They tell you that.
I try. They give me all kinds of things to do, and I just got to figure out how to do them.
Okay.
So you work with Lieutenant Governor Billy Nungesser.
Yes, I
and
do.
you're his go-to guy.
I'm one of them. Yes, that's for sure.
Well, one of the things that we want to go to is Bogue Chitto State Park. And so you may have seen this. It's just on newsstands for Country Roads magazine. And it is the cover story about Bogue Chitto State Park. Now, people might say, where's Bogue Chitto and what do they have? Wait till you hear about this. Go ahead, Cliff. Lay it on us.
Bogue Chitto State Park is one of our premier state parks. It's one of our newest state parks in the state. You're looking at about 1,700 acres right on the Bogue Chitto River. And I tell everybody, we have state parks across the state that have rivers, they have ponds, they have swamps, they have upland pine. This park has all of that. The terrain, it doesn't look anything like Louisiana. You get there, it looks like you're in the mountains of Tennessee. Our cabins are hanging off of an 80-foot bluff.
That's crazy.
You can go down and go tubing in the Bogue Chitto River at the same time. You can go horseback riding. And now the big thing is you can go mountain bike riding. And this isn't like a mountain bike stroll through the woods on your mountain bike. This is unbelievable. It is going to be the premier mountain bike trail in the southeast of the United States. It's 14 miles, and it covers everything from the beginner all the way to the people that want to go out, and that person is not me.
I was going to say, are they
crazy.
labeled like ski slopes so you know if you're going down the wrong way and you're a beginner?
Yes, they are. They are blue, green, and black trails, and I'll tell you, the black trails, that's not meant for me. There are some of those drops that are almost 20-something feet off of this thing. I'm not doing it. But it is really fun, and one of the things that's great about it is the way it's designed. It can be from a little kid all the way up to this expert. It can be all the way to the person who's never ridden a bike hardly other than just around the neighborhood. We've got a skills park there where you can actually go and learn how to make these jumps, or you can bring your small child out all the way down to a toddler and do what we call the balance bike course. So they can get on there and they can go over the little hills. They got a tunnel they can ride through.
Oh, crazy.
So you can actually come out and learn how to ride mountain bikes. It's not just about coming out there for the guy who really already knows how to do it.
Now, do they have mountain bike rentals so that somebody doesn't just try to, go down one of those trails with a regular bike that's not a mountain bike?
At this time, we don't have mountain bike rentals. We're kind of hoping that's coming because once this catches on, we have people. We're going to talk about the event that's coming up this weekend, but we already have, I believe, it's people from 16 states coming in this weekend to ride this thing when it opens. We're expecting thousands of people to show up.
So they're
this
excited about travel and getting out into the great outdoors.
Yes, our park. This park this weekend is 100% occupied. I don't even have a place to stay this weekend for the event.
Now, it's occupied with the
cabins,
RV, and camping, but you can still come in the park for free this weekend.
Definitely.
On Saturday.
Yes.
You just can't sleep there.
You just can't sleep there unless you've already got a reservation. Even our group camps, our pavilions, there's not even a tent site available at the park this weekend. And that's one thing that's awesome about state parks. I'd like to say it's all because of this mountain bike trail at Bogue Chitto, but every state park this weekend and this whole past week has been that way. We're running, almost at full occupancy statewide. People are really wanting to get outside. Everybody's buying motorhomes and travel trailers, and they're getting outside.
Is it the rentals at the other state parks and around, with everything filling up? Are we seeing a lot of Louisiana residents? Are we seeing a lot of out-of-state people coming to our state parks?
Right now, what we're seeing, and I got the number in front of me here, right now, Bogue Chitto State Park is 94% in-state visitors. So it's all of our people wanting to get out and go do a staycation, stay in Louisiana, get out and go see what's great about Louisiana.
And a lot of people probably have not spent time in the past going to our state parks for vacation, so it's a really new experience for them. I bet a lot of people it's
that's
new.
One of the things we have noticed before. Our visitation was kind of 70-30, and now we're running more like 80-20 across the state. So a lot more people in Louisiana are coming and staying at Louisiana state parks. Lieutenant Governor Nungesser has really pushed us to find ways to get people into the outdoors, throughout his tenure. And during the pandemic, that's been a big deal, is really trying to figure out how we can get them in here. So we closed down for a short period of time, but other than that, we have been open, and we found ways to check you in with, contactless check-in. We've had procedures in place to make sure our playgrounds could be open and our cabins could be open. And it's a great place. If you come out with your family, with your motorhome and your travel trailer, you can come out and stay because you're in the presence of the people you're living with at home.
Right.
So we have literally been booked solid this whole time. Our visitation numbers have been through the roof. We're being closed for a couple of months, plus some sites that were damaged due to natural disasters. We're still up 4% on our visitation for the year.
Isn't that incredible? And
That's
then the parks
great.
are starting to make money.
Right.
So they're starting to be profitable, and at some point they'll be a revenue generator. Is
Right,
that
and
right?
that's what we're shooting for. That's one of the things Lieutenant Governor Nungesser has really pushed us to, is trying to make the parks to where they become revenue neutral. And we've done that by adding amenities, by being able to make, upgrading our facilities so people want to come out and stay longer, working with our local partners, finding ways to do things on parks cheaper, working with sheriff's departments and local governments to help us with mowing grass and keeping up, picking up garbage, all those kind of things help us save money. And by doing that, we've got about 6 parks now that are running in the black for the first time ever.
First time ever. So tell us about what's going to happen on the 10th. Now, if it does pour down rain, the date will be changed to the 11th, which is Sunday, or
Maybe
if it's
push
really
back
bad
farther
rain, we
than
might
that.
have to push it back. But at this point, everything is planned for the 10th, for Saturday the 10th. And then they can still enjoy it on the 11th. But tell us what you have going on to welcome people, because it is going to be kind of a festival.
It is. We're trying to, it's really the grand opening of this mountain bike trail, but it's also to talk about all the things that are great about Bogue Chitto State Park and state parks in general. So we're going to open the park up at 8 o'clock in the morning. There's going to be a fun run walk. I believe that's going to be at 9 o'clock. And then starting at 10, we'll have all of our vendors in place. We've got about 28 vendors that'll be out there, everywhere from the local coffee shop to Drago's will be doing oysters. We've got the bike shops. We've got our own state park interpretive rangers will be out there with live animals and touch tables. Wildlife and Fisheries is going to be there with tables to be able to let people just come out and experience. And then one of the things that's also new to Bogue Chitto State Park, it's not new to state parks, and we've launched this in the last year, is Tenter, which is our glamping sites. These are these really fancy canvas tents. They come with a memory foam mattress and a heater and Adirondack chairs and picnic tables and all this, and you can do concierge service on them. And we're expanding that to Bogue Chitto State Park, so those are set up. They literally got set up yesterday, and half of them are already rented today.
That's cool.
so
So
it's
if you're someone that would go, I'm not really the camping kind.
I'm not really
you
the sleeping
can
bag
be
on the
now,
ground.
but
Yeah.
it's mainly because you didn't want to put up your own tent.
Right.
But-
You can go
Buy it
glamping.
all and
Look,
yeah.
it's one of those things. If you want them to come out and set up your fire for you, they'll do it. If you want them to come out and set up stuff for you to do s'mores with your kids, they'll come out and do it. It's a concierge service. They have a person that comes
Isn't that
out,
awesome?
sets
That
it up
is
for
cool.
you, and
That's
brings
my
you out.
kind of camp.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So they'll all be set up there, and then at 1 o'clock we'll have everybody coming up, all the dignitaries to speak. And one of the things that I've learned through this whole mountain bike process is we don't do ribbon cuttings on mountain bike trails. We do
Who knew?
log cuttings.
You do what?
Log cuttings. So we're
Log
gonna be
cuttings.
having hopefully we're gonna have the lieutenant governor out there. He's gonna take a chainsaw and he's gonna open the trail by cutting the log across the trail.
Okay.
We're gonna have that going on, and as soon as that's done at 2:30, we're gonna have what they're calling the Mega Zeph Mega Jam, and that is gonna be on the Black Line Trail. We have Red Bull will be out there with their armored vehicle that has a DJ booth in it, and they're gonna set up, and we're gonna have some professional riders out there riding, doing showing off stunts on the Black Line at 2:30. So that's going to be pretty exciting. All those guys are going to go out there and jump that stuff that I wouldn't even touch.
Yeah.
So
we're
it's
just going to
be
call
fun.
911.
Yeah, we kind of laughed about that if we needed to have somebody on standby.
But that's really cool. I mean, that is really cool stuff. And Gnarly Barley is going to be out there
Yep.
with beer. So you got Drago's, you got Gnarly Barley, you got Red Bull,
Yep.
exhibition riders.
We got some local restaurants are going to be doing jambalaya and gumbo.
All
and
free.
All free to the public. So we're asking everybody to
Isn't
come
that
out.
cool?
Yeah,
That's
so just
cool.
come out and see all the things that is great about Bogue Chitto State Park. We'll have our tubing vendors out there, so you can learn about the tubing. We have horseback riding there, and you can rent horses there. So they're going to be doing. I think they're going to be doing some pony rides and signing people up and buggy rides. So I mean, there's a lot of things going on that day out there.
Gosh, if you're sitting home and thinking, what are we going to do this weekend? Now you know.
Yep.
Okay.
Pray for no rain.
That's right, and it's not very far to drive. Tell us a little bit about where Bogue Chitto is.
So it's it's basically sandwiched right between Covington and Franklinton. So
Beautiful
from
area.
Baton Rouge, you're looking at about an hour and 20-minute drive, depending where in Baton Rouge you are. But it's an easy drive. Depending how you go, you can pass by the Global Wildlife Center and see all the animals as you drive by. But it's really easy to get to. We'll right off Highway 25, so you can just follow all the brown signs right to Bogue Chitto State Park.
And so people can see what's available and not available by going to the website. They can go to lastateparks.com. And tell us, what is your favorite thing to do in the state parks? Other than work.
No, I don't know if that's my favorite.
I know you love it, but,
Right.
when you have a chance to have some recreation
I'll
and
tell
time
you,
with your family.
My favorite thing is probably to see people enjoy the parks. Because I started off by designing all the parks. I designed Bogue Chitto State Park, and that has a special place in my heart. But when you go out there and you see the people walking them and using them, and the families out there, riding their bikes and playing on the playgrounds, that's what it's all about. Other than that, it's a great time when you can go out and go canoeing for work,
Yes.
to learn,
Cool.
learn the river, or go out and
Yeah.
find a place to put that, that fishing pier or that perfect put-in spot.
Well, I'm going to be there, so if you want to join Cliff and I, maybe you should come too, Kay.
Well,
We're
I'm
gonna
not
be out
going to be
there.
in town, but otherwise I would be there because I really want you to. I want to watch you go down one of those things on a mountain bike and make sure that it's a beginner one so that you're here next week. So.
Well, I'll have to eat some Drago's oysters
And
and,
if you
drink
don't
a
break
little
your arm
gnarly
or
barley
nothing.
before I get the nerve.
Yeah.
But, it's going to be a great time. So we hope that you'll make a reservation early in state in our state parks. And we'll be right back talking with Kathy Pickerel of Kathy's World Traveling. Thank you, Cliff Milius,
you.
for being with us. And
Appreciate
come on
it.
back and share
Anytime.
more. Lots
Anytime.
going on. We'll be right back with Rocket Right with Hurricane Betsy and Dr. K. Solar. Hang tight.